For Native Americans, family and community are extremely important, and those relationships have not escaped the pandemic's reach. Crow Tribe member Donna Stands Over Bull shared about the loss.
To lose them one by one was so devastating and, so heartbreaking to see so many of our people die from this. And it's like the outside world doesn't understand what we're going through.
She and husband Russell began Arrow Creek International Ministries and have had to lead during these hard times.
There was a period in our ministry time where we just couldn't accept all the requests for funeral officiating because there were so many. People were dying left and right.
I'm here in front of the Crow Northern Cheyenne Indian Hospital in Crow Agency, Montana. The Crow Tribe especially has been hit hard by the pandemic. Its reservation sits in Bighorn County, which at one point had the state's highest infection rate and one of the highest in the country.
It was devastating. We were pretty close.
Wes Bremner, who lost his half-brother, lives on the Blackfeet Reservation in northwestern Montana.
We like to gather in groups and all the time, and anymore, it's just unheard of. We're all isolated and separated, and we hardly ever see each other.
In addition to high COVID infection rates, the American Indians and Alaska Natives suffer higher hospitalization and death rates than Asian, Black, Hispanic, and white persons.
COVID in Indian countries had a substantial impact. It just, even in my family alone, it killed one of my grandfathers, several of my cousins, 2 or 3 of my friends, younger guys, early 40s that I went to high school with, they passed away from it. Several of them pretty healthy people.
Montana State Senator Jason Small lives on the Northern Cheyenne Reservation. He blames healthcare disparities, geographical segregation, and multi-generational housing for the devastating impact.
You have grandparents, you have parents, you have kids and grandchildren all living in the same house. You might have 10, 12, 14 people in the house. There may be an automobile for that house. There may not be.
Montana Governor Greg Gianforte tells CBN News his administration has made Native Americans a priority in the COVID fight.
We adopted a very simple rule. We said, let's get the vaccine to the people most vulnerable. First, our healthcare workers. Next, elderly, and we included Native peoples in that. They came right behind the healthcare workers. And working together with the tribal governments here in Montana, we've seen very high vaccination rates, and this has helped protect those communities.
Alejandro Coca is the director of the Absaluka Service Corporation on the Crow Reservation. His team and Crow leaders provide personal protective equipment and places to quarantine for tribal members.
Everybody should take this serious, and everybody should not only think of themselves, but think of others. Those elders, not just Crow people elders, but Montana elders, Arizona elders, Wisconsin elders, New York elders, their valuable knowledge is sitting there and is at risk to lose their life because of COVID.
As Donna Stands Over Bull and her people fight against weariness, she knows the importance of prayer and hope.
For the people out there, just to continue to pray for us, because we certainly need that prayer and that this COVID would end.
Mark Martin, CBN News, Montana.